Hey, this is Dizzy Reed from Guns N' Roses, and you're watching GNR Central. Yeah!
Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to GNR Central. And before we get started with today's video, I just want to let you guys know that there's a Slash interview that I found on YouTube. It's pretty recent. It's from with a Japanese outlet that he did an interview. It's pretty short, like maybe 2 to 3 minutes. He talks about living the dream as well as some other stuff. So I've linked to it down below if you guys want to go check out the interview. Now, if you guys have been following Slash over the past couple of years, you know he's been working a lot with Gibson. And now Gibson's been his preferred guitar when it comes to recording as well as playing live, although there's been some stuff he's recorded with Fenders. And he was named recently as the global brand ambassador. It's the first global brand ambassador for Gibson. He's also got a couple new guitars with them, including that Anaconda guitar, and I think he's working on a Firebird guitar as well. And we've got a lot of bad news about Gibson in the news over the past year or so. Now we've got some other news to kick off our video with this week, and it's pretty surprising. So we've heard all these stories about Gibson declaring bankruptcy and being in a lot of financial trouble. Well, Gibson is now dealing with another lawsuit in the form of a $60 million lawsuit that could spell the end of the company. So here's what the article has to say. So Gibson is currently attempting to dismiss the lawsuit in bankruptcy court, according to filings just shared with Digital Music News. And unfortunately for Tronicle, who's the company who's filed the lawsuit against Gibson, there's a distinct possibility that the entire $60 million may be written off. So Tronicle alleges that it's been roundly stifled, and they're certainly not alone, as other people have made the same claims against Gibson. Sadly, bankruptcy court could be the perfect escape plan for Gibson, despite evidence of continued overspending by the company. So just recently, Digital Music News learned that Gibson was sponsoring a contest to find a theme song for the Don't Mess with Texas anti-littering campaign. Ironically, the other sponsor was a similarly bankrupt iHeartMedia, raising all sorts of messy questions. So Gibson is now looking for a new CEO after effectively firing co-founder Henry Juszkiewicz from the role. Now, once setting the standard for excellence in guitar production, the company looks to be in the shadow of its former self. So the company has been accused of shortchanging customers with image over substance, and the failing to keep up with the ever-changing music industry that is increasingly turning to laptop computers instead of guitars. It's difficult to pinpoint why Gibson has had so many difficulties this year as of late, but the company recently switched to low-cost, high-profit business model that has had many fans worried for some time. Now, indeed, rumors abounded that the once storied Les Paul was now being built with lower quality workmanship in order to save the company on construction costs. So hush stories told from one fan to the next described a corporate culture in which Gibson was attempting to use its enormous reputation and image to reap huge profits off its dedicated user base, all while sacrificing the beautiful handwork that was once central to the brand's prestige among musicians. So that would be Fender, which has changed the way that electric guitars are built with the advent of the Stratocaster, the guitar favored by everyone from Jimi Hendrix to Eric Clapton, among other guitar legends too numerous to name, and Gibson, which with the mighty Les Paul of the guitar became the brand associated with Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin and Slash of Guns N' Roses. So let's talk a little bit about the lawsuit. So Tronicle's lawsuit dates back to 2018, like in April of 2018 of this year. They're a German firm whose power-tune automatic robot guitar tuning systems were first introduced in 2005. They announced at that time they were suing Gibson for $50 million. So the company, which identifies itself as the exclusive licensor of auto-tuning, has today stated it's bringing legal action against Gibson brands, which had been pending before the Hamburg State Court since December of 2017. So in a statement that was issued to Music Radar, Tronicle CEO and founder Chris Adams said that Tronicle is claiming licensing fees to the amount of $23 million from the share in the profits agreed to in the contract, and further $27 million US on the grounds of Gibson's breach of contract of the exclusive research and development agreement with Tronicle, which Gibson should have met by 2026. So Tronicle's technology has been marketed on Gibson guitars as the G-Force automatic tuning system, previously known as the Mini E-Tune, and was the first introduced to the guitar giants Electrics with the advent of the robot guitar in 2007. So the tech became standard issue with the launch of Gibson's controversial 2015 range, but followed a mixed reaction among guitarists. It was assigned to high-performance electrics only in 2016 and 2017, and only on a handful of models in the 2018 lineup. So the lawsuit, of course, came as bad news, as Gibson was already facing a potential $520 million in debt and even bankruptcy, leading to staff layoffs, factory closures, and sales of existing brands, including Cakewalk. So that does it for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like button if you enjoyed that video, and be sure to subscribe if you love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. Let me know your thoughts on the whole Gibson controversy. Are you guys guitar players? Do you guys prefer Fender over Gibson? And if you guys have been using Gibson guitars, have you noticed like a reduction in the quality of their product over the past several years? Let me know in the comment section below, and be sure to visit GNRCentral.com for the latest and greatest Guns N' Roses news. Take care.
What's going on? It's Alex Crossman from Hookers and Blow, and you're watching GNR Central.
Right on.